first time the NFC Player of the Week. I mean, that has to feel pretty good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does feel pretty good. But I know it's still a lot of work to do, man. Definitely feels good, obviously, to get a dub. 3-0 first time in my career as well. But yeah, man, excited to see where we go from here.
Are you surprised how quickly you found a home here in Minnesota?
I would say just because it's still ball, I would say no in that aspect. But as far as the transition from the outside looking in, yeah, it definitely was a huge transition. Obviously, new system, new team, new players, new environment in general. But man, when you're able to put the ball down on Sundays in U.S. Bank Stadium, I don't care who you are. I mean, if that don't get you going, man, I don't know what does. So yeah, definitely shouts out to the bank, man, for definitely giving me that juice to go out and do it on Sunday.
Did I see this is your first game at Lambeau?
Yeah, in regular season, yeah. I did it in preseason back in 21. But yeah, this is the first time where it's all honestly truly matters. I mean, every game matters, but truly matters, yeah, in Lambeau. So I'm excited to see that being a historical place like that for sure.
You weren't the only veteran free agent to come in here and thrive right away.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that keeps happening here?
I think just the system, and I think just the belief and the support system around there. I mean, I feel like they believe in you, they trust in you to say, hey, look, this is what you got to do. Go do it. Go execute it. We know, they give you many ways to execute it, many ways to skin a cat. But at the same time, it definitely lets you be you and lets you be able to execute at a high level, so that way you're not thinking and second guessing, and lets you just play ball like a vet should. Honestly.
Is that Flores? Is that front office? Is that Kevin?
It's a little bit of everything. I think just when you get comfortable with the system and understand how we're playing here and how teams want to attack us, and football, I feel like that just makes them be more comfortable to know that they'll let you do your thing. So when you show it in practice, when you're talking to him, having these small conversations of, hey, what if they do this on this play? I'm thinking about doing this, and we're all on the same page. I feel like that gives you an even longer leash because they feel like you are more comfortable and understand how to execute.
Just knowing that they're two different types of quarterbacks, but by the end of the week, we'll get a better picture of what they'll have going on. But at the end of the day, we know that we have to really just focus on our assignments and know what we have to do to be able to execute regardless of who we're playing against.
If I talked to you a year ago about your defense and this year, how much more complicated is it? How many more wrinkles are in it 365 days later?
It's gotten less complicated, to be honest. I feel like last year, especially us being in our first year of the scheme, it felt a lot more complicated than it was. And not that we are slow on it at all, but really having a year later understanding of it, it's gotten less complicated, but we have a better understanding of it now. So we're really able to go out there and play. But really schematically, we're not doing too much right now.
I would take it as a veteran in this team, one of the things you have to do is kind of let people know 3-0 doesn't mean anything at this point, and don't believe all the headlines and people telling you how great you are.
Right, that's the thing about the National Football League. It's not about what you've done in your past. It's about what you're going to do next week and going forward. So, it's been a great start to the season, but we got to continue to build and continue to grow as players and continue to get better.
And going into Green Bay, it won't be easy. It's obviously it's a divisional game, but Green Bay can be a tough place to play too.
Yeah, I've never played there, so it's going to be a first time. I'm looking forward to it. I'm expecting a great atmosphere. Just kind of the history behind it and kind of what they have to offer. I'm, excited to go out there and play and looking forward to it.
Can you feed off that as an opposing team? I mean, when people come into U.S. Bank Stadium, it's awfully tough. As an opposing team, can you feed off their energy?
Yeah, of course. Everybody in the building wants you to, have bad plays, and they're trying to cause as much chaos as possible. So, they'll be heckling you and trying to get you off your game. So you got to stay focused, and the biggest goal is to try to quiet them early and keep them out of the game.
Do you enjoy that kind of heckling part, that part that you're the bad guy?
That's what makes this sport so great is the fans, all the excitement, all the trouble they try to cause you, and I love playing both sides of it, so I'm excited.
One last question. Your transition here just seemed to happen so seamlessly. Does it even surprise you how quickly you've adapted to the team and the team's adapted to you?
I think, playing with Flores down in Miami, I kind of got a good grasp of, how he coaches, the respect and style of defense he has. Allowed me to come in here and use my versatility to my advantage and, I just come in and try to earn the respect of my teammates and coaches, and just do what I'm asked to do and try to play at the highest level I am capable of playing.
You've been in Lambeau before. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Can you appreciate that, what you get a chance to do when it's this nice?
Yeah, I played some tough ones at Lambeau already. Anytime you get to play early October before it start getting cold is always a blessing. Obviously, still a bunch of stuff to deal with. The crowd's always into it. And the atmosphere is always electric, so still got some stuff we got to work through. But yeah, anytime you can just cancel out the cold and less things to think about, it helps.
What do you tell Aaron Jones about going home?
He's excited, man. I ain't got to tell him too much. He knows what kind of week it is. We're all even more intensified for him as well. We was last week for the guys who play for the Texans. It's always a different feeling when you play against a team that you just was previously at. And in his case, a team he was at for a while and built some credit there.
You're a study guy. You like to study at home. You do lots of study. You got 2 quarterbacks maybe preparing for, at least as of today. Nobody's been announced as a starter. Tell me about that, preparing for 2 from Green Bay.
Yeah, 2 very different offenses. Obviously, the play callers are great, so it's more of, trying to study him instead of trying to study with 2 quarterbacks, because they could take it either way. They can take it up to game time and we won't know. But they've had good tape with both quarterbacks. 2 games with Malik and all of last year in week 1 with Jordan. So we have some stuff to go off of. And, at the end of the day, we just got to play our style of football.
Is it hard for them to study your defense? Because
Yeah.
it seems like there's a lot of different things happening there that nobody knows until the snap.
Yeah, they doing a lot of studying too. So we both just studying.
Josh, pretty clear message from Coach O'Connell this morning that your 3-0 start means nothing right now. Just what is the mentality heading into Game 4?
1 week at a time. We know what the standard is, and the standard starts day to day, not just Sundays. We was building the standard in OTAs, and that's coming here, getting 1% better, doing the things necessary to build that winning culture. Because the wins and losses record are going to go up and down. That's adversity, but the winning culture is something that we're trying to build here.
Is it almost just as important to flush out the talk of, like, you guys are so great, you're doing a great job, having a great start, as opposed to, like, when you're losing?
Yeah, we only give ourselves 24 hours to, relish in the win or, agree to losses. So, obviously, we're on that next week mindset. We blessed to have a schedule like this to where every week you got, teams where, you got to start flipping that mindset quick and start, playing some heavy hitters. So, that's helped throughout this process. But we know the plan. We know the standard.
This is a really veteran defense. It's not like you have a bunch of rookies or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. I think when you have guys that have a lot of experience in this game, you become a smarter player. You tend to see things quicker. You might be able to start kind of guessing, anticipating plays based off formations and what kind of rhythm an offense is. So when you're able to share that with guys, it allows everyone to play faster. I think especially if you just focus on the defense side of the ball, the D line is constantly talking with the linebackers and linebackers with DBs with the defensive line, if we're depending on what we're doing, and because every position is going to see something differently on the field based off our alignment. So we all can help each other out, even though an interior D line is a completely different position than say a corner.
Definitely. Just want to ask about Flores and kind of, I think he calls it the hub of communication with you guys, but when you're actually out there, how does the preparation work for all the checks and changes? Because it seems like a lot goes into it. What is the mental load like when you're preparing for all the different changes that you can make before the snap?
Yeah, sometimes at the beginning of the week it seems like a lot, but we do a great job of preparing through the week, and we all, I think, feel confident about it once Sunday rolls around. But I'd say it's one of the smartest defenses I've been a part of, where it just seems like everyone has a great understanding of what we're trying to accomplish, and also based off what our play calls, where are we vulnerable in that play. So again, that goes back to me talking about where you can anticipate, hey, if we got this coverage, these are the routes we're vulnerable to. Well, if we get that look, we can overplay it and play quicker. But this defense, they're on it. The D-line's able to move the front and make their adjustments based on formation, and that's great because it takes stress off me as a linebacker, and then the secondary and the linebackers, we just seem to kind of see things at the same time. Hey, like, let's switch here, let's roll the coverage this way, and that just comes, I think, from having great chemistry, and then just we do a great job at just I think stressing ourselves, the defense, during the week, so we're prepared on game day. And honestly, like, that's how you're rolling, is when Sunday things are slowing down for you compared to say a Wednesday or Thursday practice.
It certainly looked like that. Thanks, I appreciate it.
How much do you turn it inward? You're talking about everybody else in the scheme, but for you, how much do you appreciate the trust and responsibility that they let you play with?
I love it. Definitely, if you're getting more responsibility, like, that has to be earned. But like I said, like, this defense, I think there's a lot of ownership at each position group, and that allows us to excel at everything that we're doing schematically, and quite frankly, it just makes everybody's job easier. So on Sundays, games can be moving quick, and sometimes guys are going to miss something, but that's up to the guy next to him to kind of be, hey, we got to get here, we got to make this check. So we got a good chemistry, good flow going, and it's just a matter of fact of staying consistent throughout each week.
How much fun has it been out there kind of being disruptive and making it difficult on opposing quarterbacks?
That's our job, is to go out there and disrupt an offense and make those guys' jobs difficult. What's great about our team and our scheme is that that's our base, is attacking and disrupting and making it hard on people. And so if we go out there on Sunday and do that, we're going to have a good day.
It's complicated for the offense. Is it complicated for you guys to?
No, what we say all the time is we want to do things that's easy for us and hard for them, and so when we execute that makes us tough to beat.
Two quarterbacks, you got to prepare any differently in case one plays or the other plays?
Sure, of course. Yeah, they both do different things well. But what's great about our defense is we attack in many different ways also. So we'll have a plan for whoever's out there.
I know it's only 3 weeks, but the defense does lead the league in sacks. Are you guys proud about that? Source of pride?
Like you said, it's the first 3 weeks. We got a lot of road to hoe, as my grandma would say. But we have made a good start, and so we're just looking forward to keeping that going.
What has Jones done for the offensive line? You working together?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say first and foremost, just like a great teammate, great guy, super knowledgeable about the game, and then he obviously has the ability to go out and do whatever. So he's explosive, a lot of help in pass protection too, which has been great. Sets us up well. I mean, he's a great all-around player. So.
Is the offensive line growing as the season goes on? It seems like the more you play together, the better it is. Last week, obviously, a good week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the communication, the way you play, kind of knowing what guys need, and CD does a lot of things really great, and so relying on him. Garrett does a great job with communication. So yeah, you're evolving every week, but yeah, I mean, it's just a focus on getting better for sure.
I know physicality was a big thing in training camp. How do you know when you win the physical battle?
I think usually you just throw on the tape, and you know, and sometimes after the game, by how you're feeling or how you feel like you played, and so yeah, that's been a huge emphasis is going out there and moving people, and it's been a good start so far.
So if your body's sore, does that normally mean you had a good game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're going to be sore regardless. But if we're running the ball and running hard, typically you're going to be sore, but it's a good sore.